Ryan Breton is back with your full forecast.
Good news is snow has let up in time for the Sea Dogs home opener. Also good news for Ryan, who's standing out in the elements. Hey there, Ryan.
Well, Amanda and Brian, there are people here filling in at Hadlock Field, but it really is the hardiest of Mainers, I would say. Not only is the snow pretty much over, that's a good thing. We now have some wind, and it's just kind of raw and chilly out here. So a classic opening day in Maine. Take a look at the radar, because as it often is around here, it's all about location right now. You can see the line of rain that has changed to snow has moved out of the Portland area. York County pretty much drying up. But if you head out 302, out around Sebago Lake, it is still snowing, and we have rain that's changing to snow in places like Lewiston, Auburn, Augusta, parts of the mid-coast still seeing rain. But as that line comes east, you too will see a change over to wet snowflakes, which we saw here in Portland during the late afternoon hours, about a couple of hours ago. Eastern Maine, we have a little gap in the precipitation around Bangor, but you'll get most of yours after the sun goes down, and that's why we think in that part of the state there will be some accumulation. Lewiston, Auburn, though, down to 32 right now. We're at 35 in Portland, 36 in Bangor, but these temperatures will be dropping as the sun goes down, especially in central and eastern Maine. So you do get a couple of decent bands of snow there around Bangor, through the central highlands, and maybe even parts of down east through about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. And that could even extend back into some of the mountains. So some of the higher elevations may pick up some accumulation. Southern Maine, though, it's done. You might hear it behind me, though. The wind is blowing out here, and that wind will be with us for much of the night tonight. Look at the temperatures tomorrow morning. Teens in the mountains, 20s everywhere else. The wind chill actually a little bit of a factor tomorrow morning, even though the snow by that point is long gone. So accumulation tonight, the central highlands could pick up several inches with elevation. In the lower elevations, a possibility for an inch or two that could even coat some of the roads as it comes through. There's a look at the wind gusts, though. We've had some gusts here up to about 30 miles per hour already. The wind is going to be strongest during the overnight into early tomorrow morning. And then during the day tomorrow, we actually have the sun, which will be nice, but the sun won't do much for our temperatures. We only get into the low 40s in central and southern Maine, colder than that in the mountains through the day tomorrow. On Thursday, we have a cold morning. It's clear, but it's cold. Teens in the mountains, 20s everywhere else first thing in the morning. Thursday afternoon, there will be some clouds that move in, but Thursday afternoon will be a little bit milder as we get back into the mid and upper 40s. As you've heard Keith talk about, the end of the week, not looking so great. Friday will have increasing clouds. There could be some drizzle along the coastline. And then there's another system to contend with over the weekend, at least on Saturday, with rain and some mountain snow, and possibly some showers that linger into Sunday as well. So this unsettled pattern does continue. There's a marine forecast, seas tomorrow running 4 to 6 feet out on the water. So it's bright tomorrow, but it is going to be a cold day, and the wind is an issue overnight tonight. So for anybody who is watching, thinking about coming out here, you're going to need the hat and the gloves, that's for sure, because once the sun goes down, it's going to be quite cold. Thursday remains dry. Friday, mostly cloudy with maybe some coastal drizzle. And then we'll have rain on Saturday mixed with snow in the mountains. But Brian and Amanda, I'm hopeful we can improve the Sunday forecast. And as I've mentioned the last couple of days, if we don't do that, it will be the third wet weekend or snowy weekend in a row, depending on how you look at it. But hey, it's good to see people down here. A sign of spring, whether the weather wants to cooperate or not. Back to you.
Exactly. A night to celebrate, and that we will do. Ryan Breton live at Hadlock tonight. Ryan, thanks.